This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Humanity, look how far you've fallen.
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and fury of anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to Dead Man Walking 55, Purple Valkyrie, Nicole the Blind Mage. Good morning to Dave Bob, my brother from another mother, Arwen Avalon. Good morning. Good morning to Colin P. Smith, Heiress of Chaos. Good morning, Heiress. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to Chris Persia and Mark the Infinitely Tired. The Bash Brother Wrenches are here. Daryl the Derelict, good morning. Good morning, Daryl. Good morning, Gun Bunny. How are you doing, Gun Bunny? Psychodorf 9. Good morning, brother. Good morning, Andrew Broadbent. Good morning to Adega Outlaw, the Doctor of Disaster and Destruction is here, ladies and gentlemen. We had a kick-ass show last night on 7 Kinds of Mischief. Good morning, Adega. Mary's Game Room. Good morning. Good morning, Mary. T-shirted historian. Good morning, Larry. Hello, Jester of Sin. Good morning, everyone, and a big good morning to my panel, Purple Valkyrie, Project Storytime, and Dave Bob.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good Friday morning.
Good Friday. Yes, it is Friday. Mexican Iron Man right off the bat with a $4.99 super chat. It's on phase 2 when men were men, women were women, and a Hulk still couldn't close the deal. He couldn't. He absolutely positively couldn't. So, yeah, he got close, but no cigar. Nah, that pretty redhead was like, not yet. He's like, oh, you know, we could share a room. We could share the shower. Too late. Nope. Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
And then Bruce was gone. And we think he went down somewhere in the South Pacific. No, he went down the devil's anus and ended up in a whole nother galaxy.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Must have got wormholed.
Holy shit. So what do we got? We've got Iron Man 3. We've got Thor the Dark World. We got Captain America Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Age of Ultron. And closing out everything was a film nobody wanted or expected, but it was kind of good anyway. Ant-Man.
Yeah, this phase 2 was a real mixed bag. The ones that were good were really good, and the ones that were bad were, well,
really bad.
Iron Man 3.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How do the two worst movies fill out the beginning of this list with Iron Man 3? Someone out there I know this morning is going, but I liked it. Okay, that's great. But
they're free to be wrong.
Globally was panned as fucking horrible.
Yeah.
And then Thor, The Dark World. Let me ask you guys something. How many times have you seen Iron Man 3? Because I can tell you how many times I saw it.
Once.
I saw it exactly once.
Yeah.
Once. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I was so excited when I saw the trailers to this thing, and I was, just chomping at the bit to go see that thing at the movie. And oh, good God, the Mandarin, I mean, one of his.
Sorry, Dave Bob.
About what?
Oh, the disappointment in his voice.
Oh yeah. You're like, I'm sorry. I thought you interrupted him or something. I was like, what?
No, I was just laughing. I know how horrible it is to really look forward to a film and then to walk out of the cinema like, what the hell did I just see?
Oh yeah, Last Jedi level's bad.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what I expected after the second movie, but I expected better than, hey, Mandarin's gonna be in this. All right, no, we're really fucking with you. He's really not. We're just wasting Ben Kingsley's talent because we're subverting your expectations. This is the prototype movie.
Way.
Oh god. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Ben Kingsley, what? I'm not really villain. What? I'm just a guy that they use to cover up for the real villain. Oh my god!
But there's a short where Ben Kingsley actually was the Mandarin the whole time. Don't care. They didn't put it in the movie.
Yes, that always confused me. Do you think that they kind of got cold feet with it, or do you think that it was just one of their very early bait and switch moves?
Probably the latter. They probably had originally planned it, and then
Have you ever seen the ending for this movie that was in China? That might explain a couple things.
No.
Oh yeah, go look up China. Iron Man. I almost said Mexican Iron Man. Iron Man 3, China ending, and the Chinese doctor that is like, only China can save you, Tony Stark. We will fix Iron Man's heart with the science of China. And you're like, what the fuck? Like they took him to China to do the surgery.
I remember that. I remember seeing that. That's when they got all the pieces of shrapnel from around his heart.
Yep. They took him to China and they removed it in China. Only China can save you. Only the science and technology of China can save you, Mr. Stark. And Tigador 9 with $5 super chat. Except for Captain Plank, even Marvel's misses were at least entertaining. Very, very true. Tigador 9.
I disagree. Thor 2 is also incredibly boring.
Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston though is entertaining in it.
Well, yeah,
he
that's
kind of balances
the point
it
of the whole film.
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston. I mean, the shit. I laugh my ass off. Though. It's true, but I laugh my ass off when Loki is turning into other people and turns into Cap. I feel so patriotic. Yeah. It's some of the funniest shit in Marvel.
Yes, and turns into Lady Sif.
Yes, turns into Lady Sif.
So that everybody says he never shapeshifted into a woman before, but
that's her shit.
Yeah.
Go 13, aka Brandon the Infinite Wolf with the $2 super chat. Iron Man 3 verdict, shit, sentence, removal from mind. Absolutely. And thank you so very much, Mexican Iron Man, Psychodorf 9, and Go 13. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and we are going to throw some havoc into your morning. Skol!
Go!
And yeah, Chris Persia got cold feet with using the Mandarin in China.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's probably true.
With the ending we got at Iron Man 3. Yeah, only China can save you, Mr. Stark. That's not in the American version. Oh, but it is. I don't know what the hell happened with that, but yeah. Okay, so Dark World.
So
Boring
Dark World
world.
Thor: The Dark World has an interesting place for me because when that one came out, that's when a whole bunch of my friends and we started going to every single MCU film. We've been to every single one, and it started with Thor: The Dark World. I don't know why we continue to be friends after going to see Thor: The Dark World, but it's Thor: The Dark World is just it is the classic example of what the hell happened in that movie. I know I've seen it, but what the hell happened in it? I remember Christopher Eccleston as an elf, and that's about it.
Colin P. Smith, it's because he doesn't shapeshift. It's an illusion. It's glamour.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't actually change into anyone. It's all an illusion. That's what his mother taught him. That's the magic his mother taught him was illusion, not shape changing. So he doesn't really turn into Lady Sif. He just gives the outer appearance of turning into Lady Sif, along with his clothes. It's all an illusion. He doesn't really shapeshift into a female. He doesn't lose his twig and berries and get an innie instead of an outie. That does not happen. He just changes what you see, not what he is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
In the comics, it was Hela that turned him into a female. He could not do that on his own.
No, his shtick has always just been illusion. I mean,
Yep.
That's it.
So when you see him change, he does not really changing. He's just changing how he looks and sounds.
Well, it's like when he projects a copy of himself over, somewhere else. It's just,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you think you killed me? Ha! I wasn't even there to begin with. That's why Thor's throwing rocks through him in Ragnarok, because he's not really there. He's somewhere else. I'm just giving you the illusion that I'm here.
It's what he does. It's smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember watching this film. I remember looking forward to it because I did actually enjoy the first Thor film. But if you asked me to sit down and recount the plot, I don't think I could do it.
all I can remember is a big ship tearing through the ground. Whenever the elves get there. That's about all I can remember. That and them throwing stuff into some little pit and it ended up, coming out somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Well, that and they obviously introduced the ether, which I think was one of the weaker of the Power Stones
Yeah.
because they never really defined what it was, and the fact that it then latched on to Jane Foster really
Yay.
like great. Now we've
Yeah,
got more of her in the film.
And wasn't this was also the one that had Heimdall, who's able his thing is he can see everything and he misses a ship that's flying right past them.
It's and it's because it was invisible. He didn't see it because of the cloak. He couldn't see it until it was like right there. Yeah.
Call out. Yeah, I think that's a little weak. He can see everything, so couldn't he see the ship before it cloaked?
That's kind of his whole shtick.
Yeah.
But he can't see everything at once. He can see it like any
anything
threat
he
stuff.
wants to see. If he concentrates on it, he can see it.
Yeah.
Well,
And he eventually drags that sword down the side of it too when he jumps on it
mm-hmm.
True.
and disables the cloak.
You could really tell that Natalie Portman did not want to be there.
Oh no.
It was so obvious. I mean, I really honestly don't know how she got away with that lackluster performance, because you could tell she was almost, it was almost like she was trying to, show her displeasure at being there.
Mhm.
Yes, this is the movie where Freya is killed.
Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
I really, really love that character as well. I
Oh,
love the relationship that she and Tom Hiddleston had. That the actor and actress. It was a believable mother-son relationship.
Hmm.
I love Renee Russo in anything she's
Yeah.
ever been in.
Oh, Mary's Game Room. Dark World is my favorite. Hate me now. No, we're not gonna hate you. I loved how they went back to this, and that was one of the few moments in Endgame that I really liked, when they went back and you got to see her and Thor got to have a conversation. She's like, "Oh my God, you're so fat." Yeah, it was just like, so, "I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. Yeah, you're so fat. What are you doing here? Oh my God." I love that scene, and at least that's the way it plays out in my head, because you were nothing but muscle and blonde hair, and now you're just a fat bastard. You're not my son. Loki is my son. He never
Hey,
would let
whoa, Loki. Hold
Mhm.
on. What's wrong with being a fat bastard? I need to know this.
Just for him. Just for him. He's supposed to be the god of thunder.
I thought it was a personal attack or something.
Oh my God, no. He's supposed to be the god of thunder. He's supposed to be the muscly blonde guy. And yeah, Fat Thor pisses me off too. and yes, Frigga is my favorite. Mary, I still don't know how I feel about Thor being fat. Well, like, Frigga could tell you, like, oh my God.
I'm gonna tell you what, I think that was the biggest crock of crap in the whole universe there.
It went on way too long, and it wasn't funny the first time.
Nope.
Yeah. And I almost would have been okay with it if, when he grabbed Mjolnir again and he reclaimed the mantle of Thor, he was suddenly in shape when he transformed.
We're getting out of phase 2.
I know.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I the only thing I can say about this movie is I love Tom Hiddleston in it.
Mm-hmm.
From beginning, from when he's in the jail cell, when Thor goes down there after his mother is killed, and he drops the glamour and his whole room's destroyed, and he's just sitting there like, "Oh, you big blonde muscly oaf."
Mm-hmm.
And it's Loki's fault. He's the one who sent him. And besides Loki and the funny shit, there's nothing good to me anyway, about this movie.
I mean, it has a lot of the problems that the first Thor movie had. Natalie Portman didn't want to be there. Kat Dennings is always going to be annoying.
Oh yeah.
Meow 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 meow.
I hate her so much. And it was a huge waste of Christopher Eccleston.
Yes, it was.
What was his goal? I don't remember.
To get the gem.
For what?
To take out Asgard, I guess.
Yeah, I think he just wanted, to defeat Asgard.
Revenge.
Yeah.
Oh, so a classic, just a simple revenge thing, because we haven't seen that a million times before.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I did like the mid-scene end credits though, where they go to the collector. I thought that was pretty good.
That was nice.
How many times did y'all actually watch this one?
Probably a half a dozen.
Thor 2?
I think I've seen it twice as well.
5 or 6 times.
Only once.
There you go.
I did like the ending where Loki is
yes,
impersonating Odin.
Yes. Go forth, my son. Go back to Earth and go to your love and leave Asgard in peace. Go now. Ha, sucker. Dumbass.
Mark the Infinitely Tired. Christopher Eccleston was basically playing Garlic Jr. Oh my God. It's true.
So yeah, you couldn't have really had that. You couldn't have had Ragnarok without this movie.
No.
They should have
No.
just made Ragnarok. No, they couldn't have made Ragnarok because Loki hadn't taken over Asgard yet. That's one of the funniest parts in Ragnarok is when he's like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna come back, you know, Mjolnir. It's gonna come right to me."
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Matt Damon. Don't get us started. God help us this morning. Get us started on the Matt Damon.
Don't summon the fat one.
No. So Winter Soldier.
Oh,
Best of the entire franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's two movies back to back here that are pretty good. You got Captain America, Winter Soldier, and you got Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's start out with Winter Soldier, though. You think it's the best? Tell us why.
It actually has something to say. About like it's not just a fun popcorn superhero film. It's also talking about the dangers of government overreach. I mean, I don't want to get too political or anything, but it actually has something to say. And the action was fantastic. It was set up brilliantly, and the idea of Cap against S.H.I.E.L.D. is just magnificent.
So you think that's a good idea? You thought that was a good idea, throwing Cap headlong into S.H.I.E.L.D.?
S.H.I.E.L.D. is a pretty scuzzy organization, so I had no problems with the duality with them, where like half the organization was infiltrated by Hydra.
But they weren't supposed to be. That was the thing. They weren't supposed to be. When Howard Stark and what's her name from the first Captain, Peggy Carter, Hank Pym, when they made S.H.I.E.L.D., it wasn't supposed to be this scummy organization. It was supposed to be like the organization that would never let Red Skull or anyone come that close to destroying the world.
That's true. However, even in the comics, S.H.I.E.L.D. has done some really questionable acts.
Oh yeah, Nick Fury along with it.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So I don't have a problem with S.H.I.E.L.D. being depicted as a bad guy in essence.
Yes.
Well, it's even like in the first Thor film, coming in and stealing all of Jane Foster's work and everything else, and just pretty much just coming in and taking over, whatever they want to, pretty much. It just very much overstepping governmental authority.
Well, S.H.I.E.L.D. will do whatever they think is right to protect, even if it's the wrong thing to do.
Right. And there's no one to hold them accountable. And Captain America is basically telling them, you need to be better than this.
They've got a council that's supposed to.
Yeah.
They've got a council that's supposed to. I will say that. There were checks and balances put in place, but that's not how it ended up working out. And that council was going to nuke New York, too.
Yeah.
That same council was good. They tried to. That's right. And if it wasn't for Iron Man and the Avengers, which they didn't want around, they're the ones who closed the Avengers initiative. You had Tony running around in the movies, and then suddenly it's like, oh well, that's not happening. Well, why didn't that happen? Oh well, it never would have worked anyway. But that was the council's call. They're the ones who shut that down. They wanted Chitauri weapons. They wanted weapons powered by the Tesseract.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I really think this is one of the best movies, from the MCU. However, it did have problems. I mean, I didn't like the way they depicted Zemo. I mean, that was a little different in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And other things, but for the most part, I really enjoyed it. It was probably one of the top 3 out of the whole thing.
Well, Robert Redford's in it too.
Oh,
God bless Robert Redford. He's he's like a national treasure for acting, even if he is a big douchebag. I don't know if you've ever, he is a huge douchebag because he is smelling all of his own roses. But Yeah, what an actor. What a guy to bring in.
I think he owns half of Montana or one of them.
Yeah.
This is one of the films in the whole of the MCU that I think is more of an adult film. You know, it's one that you have to really sit down and kind of concentrate. Whereas some of the other ones, like you said, it's more of a popcorn flick. You know, there's lots of explosions, but this it has a
plot.
Yeah, lots of explosions in AC/DC. June Wong with a $5 super chat. Sing me to sleep, sweet sirens of Valhalla. Good night, all. June Wong, good night, sir. You have a wonderful night. Take it easy. And we have a quick, we'll throw you a puncher in the face. Go!
Oh!
God, I want to punch an old woman in the face.
Yes.
I love that.
All right. Good night, June Wong. Punch an old woman in the face.
Good night.
Dream of punching old women in the faces. Skull. So you're right. This was one of the more. This is an adult movie.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't just Cap being Cap. There are very specific and dramatic reasons a lot of this shit's going on, and it's kind of like on him too because Bucky is the Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and the conflict that creates between them, I think, was really well done.
Yep,
and echoes into Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
Goes all the way into Civil War, that conflict. So, this is one of my favorites, and it didn't have to have, you know, AC/DC. It didn't have to have all the flashy explosions. It didn't have to have 20 different mutants sitting around a table talking about how do we save the world. It just had to have Cap being Cap. I think that's why I love Chris as Steve Rogers so much, even though the real life actor's a dick. Because he was Cap. He played Cap. He had all those qualities to the last movie. So he went back and got with Peggy. And then it was like, sucker! I pulled you all the whole time.
Okay, it doesn't matter because it was all predestined.
Oh, yes, that's right.
3 lizards.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I saw something on Twitter that was kind of funny. When does Cap and Peggy's children show up down the line?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this one also had the credits, the mid-scene credits, where we were introduced to Wanda and Pietro.
Yep.
Which was kind of cool.
They're still getting their powers.
Yeah, Pietro's kind of vibrating and popping around, and she's just levitating little blocks or something.
Yep.
Now, this is one I probably watched at least 10 or 15 times. I don't even remember how many times I watched that one.
I don't think I've watched it quite that much, maybe 6 or so. It's definitely it's one of those ones that you have to, like I say, you have to sit down and actually watch it. You can't put it on as background noise unless you've seen it a dozen times. You know what's coming.
Did he just jump out of the plane without a parachute? Yep. Yep. Badass scene at the oil tanker. At the beginning of this movie was great. The end of this movie is great. I can't think of anything that I don't like about this movie. And they even connect it with shit that happened in the first Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
So bravo for that.
On your left.
Yeah. Oh man, are you kidding me?
The fight choreography was top notch too.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we had more Scarlett Johansson, so yay.
Yes. I didn't like her hair in this movie.
Oh, I didn't. No.
I didn't like her hair in this movie. I loved the way she looked in Iron Man 2.
Yeah,
that
the definitive
yes. Yes, if they'd have just kept that. I hated when they straightened her hair out, when they turned it blonde, and then it's like 2 different colors in Endgame, and you're like, what in the fuck? Oh, well, she hasn't cut it for 5 years. Yeah. What?
Wouldn't it be longer? But okay, whatever.
And now she's saying it was too hypersexualized.
She's just saying what her agent tells her to say.
I know, but that.
Talking mouthpieces.
Yep.
Would you sell out for $100 million? If someone came up to you today and said, I'm going to give you $100 million, but you've got to talk about how great being woke is. You got to talk about how great getting it up the ass by Hollywood is. You've got to talk about every single day how great it is to be on your knees for Hollywood, getting it by the green soy titty every single day. Would you do that for $100 million?
Hell no. No, there's multiple ways to make money, but you can't put a price on integrity.
Yep.
And we do not. Neil.
That's right.
Well, for one thing, as old as I am, I'm not going to change my ways, and I sure as shit ain't going to sell out.
I think I pissed Mark off. Didn't like her hair. It made her look shitty. Appreciate the beauty that is Scarlett Johansson.
Mm-hmm.
Johansson. Yes, I understand, Mark. She's a redhead, and you're like, oh my God. But gingers.
Well, I can remember Scarlett when she first started out, and she was just actually a kid. She's always been beautiful, but she never had red hair until then.
But it does suit her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, Guardians of the Galaxy.
The one that came out of nowhere. I had no idea what to expect with this one.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah.
That
I was like, there's a raccoon and a tree. Oh, all right, I'll give it a shot. And
I am Groot.
Yeah.
We are Groot. Oh, my heart.
That's so cute. This was one of those that kind of, I think, took a lot of people, especially people that didn't read comic books, by surprise. Because even comic book readers, the Guardians of the Galaxy, are kind of an obscure group. And this group that they've chosen isn't even the original group. This is one of the more recent get-togethers that they put together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a C-level book in the comic stores before this movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
No, even comic book fans didn't care that much.
Honestly, I had read a few of them, just a couple of them, and I wasn't really interested in it. But the film changed that. I mean, that was probably one of the biggest surprises I ever had. I didn't go into it thinking it was going to be much. But boy, when I came out of the theater, I was, just pumped.
Same.
And Arwen Avalon makes a good point. Guardians music is a Gen Xer's dream. I didn't notice something until recently. If you get the vinyl, the collector's edition vinyl, you're going to get 2 discs. You're going to get the music tracks from, the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to get the score for the movie, right?
Okay.
So if you get the first one and the second one, that's 4 vinyls. They're all colors of Infinity Stones.
Oh.
The colored vinyls, the rarer ones, the ones they only made like 1,000 of, are colors of Infinity Stones. So I'm hoping that with the new movie coming out, they actually, when they do the soundtrack for it, like they've done the other ones, they're the other color. That'd be 6 Infinity Stones.
Let's complete the collection.
I would love that. I would love that.
That'd be cool.
So,
but I mean, the soundtrack also really, really helped the tone of the movie. Like that opening scene with Star-Lord, immediately, okay, this is going to be a lighthearted, fun adventure.
Yep, skipping around, kicking little dinosaurs.
They're not taking themselves too seriously.
Right.
No. And I was really surprised at Chris Pratt, because I knew him obviously from, he used to be a chunky guy, he used to do silly comedies, but to see him as this heroic character, still, a little bit wacky, but he really got into shape for this role, and I think the whole cast worked really well. Even Bradley Cooper, voicing Rocket Raccoon, who in the comics actually has a Cockney accent, I think because he put his own spin on the character, it worked that much better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the music is its own character.
Yes. Yes, it's a perfect example of how to use a song to cement the emotion of a scene. Everything about that in this movie. Yes.
Andrew 46 and 2. I need that guy's leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you need his leg for? I don't know. I just wanted.
I wanted you to get it for me.
What was his reaction like?
God. He actually gave it to you? Without the soundtrack, this movie would have been bad.
I don't know whether it would have been bad, but it's only elevated it, definitely. I don't think it would have been as much fun without the soundtrack.
Yes, that's exactly what I was about to say as well, Purple. I don't know if it would have been bad. It would have been less fun.
Well, it definitely would not have struck the chord that it did. I can guarantee you that.
Good morning, Tim Possible. Welcome. Arwen Avalon Rocket is so lovably smackable. Yes. Smack the shit out of Rocket.
And I love the story also that Vin Diesel had written out in the pages of his script what Groot is meaning it with every single I am Groot. He wrote that all down so he could get the proper annotations for it.
He really did.
That's so much work for just a few lines.
He could have just recorded that line once and been done with it. But
No, you had I am Groot, I am Groot, I am Groot. You had all kinds of Groots.
Mm-hmm. And when he just extends his arm and it just grows and impales those guys and he just starts flinging them all over the hallway, it's that's amazing. And he just has a little smile at the end of it. So great.
What did you guys think of Ronan the Accuser? I liked him, but I think they could have used him a little bit more because I really like Lee Pace.
Forgettable villain.
Pretty generic Marvel generic villain. Just,
mid tier.
Yeah. I did like defeating him with the dance off. I like that scene though.
It's funny, especially the outtake.
What are you doing?
Was it? I bet it was because he was in Captain Marvel, wasn't he?
Yes, he was, and he was clearly older
and full of himself and toxic male. He was a toxic male. Oh my God. Loki, I cried and still cry every time I hear Father and Son by Cat Stevens now because of Yondu. I call my spiritual father my Yondu because of that film. Yes.
Aww.
Yeah. That's in the second one.
Yeah.
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 That's the second one.
No, the fact that he saved Peter because the planet that is his father was going to eat him or use him.
Ego.
Yeah, ego.
Yeah, Michael Rooker is such a cool guy.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
That line had no business being that funny. It just was.
But again, it's one of those films where the cast were clearly having a blast doing it. And it comes through in their portrayal, and it adds to your enjoyment when you're watching it because you know they're not just doing it for a paycheck; they're actually enjoying playing these roles.
Mark thinks Ronan should have been saved for a Nova or Nova Core movie.
I could see that.
Yeah. It could have happened.
Well, and that's one of the problems with the Marvel films overall. The whole one and done villains. It's it diminishes the stakes when they get beaten every single time.
Well, Well, with this one, they were building up to the Thanos, obviously, because
Yes.
they were still kind of bringing him into the MCU. They were still trying to introduce this huge overarching bad guy, mainly to, I suppose, people that wouldn't know who Thanos was. So they had to kind of bring him in gradually and kind of build up to him.
Right, and that's why they had to introduce Death. Oh wait, no, they didn't do that. Never mind.
God, I wish they had.
I know.
And we could have had that like love triangle with Deadpool, Death, and Thanos.
Yes.
And yeah, Catman, aka D.D. Myers, makes a good point. They hold on. Shit. Hold on. Where did it go? Oh, it's T-shirt historian. Sorry, D.D. Myers, and my apologies, T-shirt historians. T-shirt historian who said they portrayed the Nova Corps as complete tools. I don't know that a Nova movie would still be good.
That's
I agree
true.
with that. They
That's
made
fair.
Nova Corps look like a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Led by, God help us, what's her name from? God, who was that? Who's in charge of the Nova Corps?
Glenn Close.
Glenn
No?
Close. Thank you.
Oh, that's right.
Hmm.
Another
Which was-
wasted actress.
Yeah, which
Like,
what
what?
they
How
made
do you
her.
get these people and just give them nonsense to work with?
Well, I'm surprised she didn't tell the people in that room to prepare to go to Lightspeed and take the entire planet through Ronan's ship. At least then it will stop him. And they could have called it the close maneuver, the Glenn Close maneuver. Yeah, that which is it's just in that it's in that same realm of look at us. We're gonna do something really fucking stupid, and they didn't even use her. If Marvel under Disney is guilty of something in this era of movies, same thing with Glenn Close, same thing with Scarlett Joe, same thing with all these other actresses. What's her name in Jane Foster in Dark World?
Natalie Portman.
They do not utilize the talent that they have. They've got talent, sure, but they don't utilize it. Not like they could. They could have really used Glenn Close, and she's just like, I'm just standing here at this monitor, and I'm just going to say this and this and this line. Oh, yes. That's what, okay. And all right, and you're going to pay me millions of dollars to just stand at this console and put my hands here just like this and just say these lines. Yes. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
They at least use Robert Redford a little better.
Yeah. In Civil War. Yes.
Yeah.
Guys aren't the problem. Guys aren't the problem. It's women that are the problem.
Yeah.
Women power.
They've got these women and they have no idea what to do with them. So they're just like, you just stand there and put your hands there and act
Gamora they kind of used pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I really love Karen Gillan as Nebula.
Yeah. She's a treasure.
Yes, that was a surprise to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that she shaved her head for the role. That absolutely shocked me.
Some people do that. And when especially when they have to wear a cap like she's gonna have to wear with the prosthetics, oftentimes they shave their hair, because if you don't, then it looks like your head looks egg shaped.
Mm-hmm.
It's bigger on top than the rest of your head, because obviously the hair, they have to push down the hair, but the hair is still there, so it's pushing up against that bald cap.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't ask how Loki knew that. I don't know. I'll just say Virginia Hay. Hell yeah. Absolutely love her. What's your whole thing on that? Anyway, probably people ask, what are you talking about? And then something else. Something that has nothing to do with Marvel. Age of Ultron.
A few good things, but
One of Maximoff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
wasted Quicksilver.
Yeah, it was. This is one of those films that on paper should have been one of the highlights of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
It just fell flat. I
Yeah.
don't know whether it's because they were trying to fit too much in, or whether there were too many plots all running at once, and too many big actors all.
Every time I see Pietro, though, I just think kick ass.
Yeah, kick ass.
Yeah.
Kick ass. I love Spader in this movie. I probably said that 100 times. I love James Spader in this movie. I love the voice, the way he is Ultron, but Ultron also, this story is not what Marvel did in the comic book. This is
No.
Yeah.
No, I mean
It made sense in the comics.
Yeah, it made sense.
Yeah.
And
it was Tony Stark didn't, that wasn't his creation.
No. Did we lose Purple? Holy
Purple
shit.
down.
Purple down. Medic.
Purple down.
Oh Lord.
Shit, I knew when she stopped mid sentence, I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Somebody help that girl.
Medic. I remember when I was in high school playing football and that little pop ribbon on my helmet broke off. I was like, Coach, my thingy broke off. Medic. Medic.
But yeah, it's one of those. I don't know if they were trying to be really serious with it or if they were trying to make it kind of a joke, but the idea that Stark activates Ultron, he searches the internet and immediately decides humanity needs to die. Is that a joke? Or is that a serious attempt at drama?
I don't know. If I was a newly created kind of god and I saw what the SJWs were doing on the internet, I might want to kill the whole human race too. You allow this, you let this happen.
But that's my point. It comes off as something that you might do in a parody.
Yeah. He wanted to build. See, this is the thing about Tony, though. Every time Tony sets something up, it's a colossal fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Look what he does with the suit. Look who ends up getting the suit in the first Iron Man movie. Look what happens in the second. Look who gets his technology in the second. How Hammer comes in and makes the drones. Look at Iron Man 3 with the I don't know, living explosion people. Best I can say about it, because that movie sucked ass. He's always screwing something up. Look at the Avengers movie. Tony's always screwing something up. So for him to, I could believe this. This is believable. I want to put a suit or armor around the world. I want to make this AI that's going to be our guardian. But guess what? It wants to fucking kill us all. I can believe that happening because he is so... Tony, if you handed Tony a pile of garbage and said build an engine, it would be in an F1 racer after that, because that's how crazy Tony is, and to give him the tools and he will make some crazy shit, but he goes overboard. He's like Tim the Toolman Taylor, more power.
He's such a control freak. I mean, he doesn't realize that he's his own worst enemy in that regard.
Yes. It's like what the Avengers said. We don't want Tony Stark. We want Iron Man. It's like that Avengers report. Tony Stark was denied entry into the Avengers, but Iron Man, yes, we want Iron Man. Because the council looked at him like two different people. You've got Tony Stark, who's this crazy, brilliant, but crazy guy, and then you've got Iron Man that's out there fighting the good fight. We'll take Iron Man. We'll leave Tony Stark. And they didn't do that in that first Avengers movie.
No.
And welcome back.
There she is.
Hey.
Purple down.
We were talking all kinds of bad things about you.
I would hope so. Sorry, guys. It's storming here at the moment, so I just got kicked.
Well,
Okay.
at least you didn't double yourself every time I get kicked off. When I come back, there's two of me. I have
That's
a
true.
doppelganger.
You have a doppelganger. Arvin Allen, Ultron, Snowflake there. I wish.
Good one.
Yeah, it ultimately it was a massive waste of Ultron because it's one of those. Ultron's motivations are kind of the same, but they're still very different.
There's a scene when they're in that boat and they're gonna get vibranium from that guy. The guy ends up like ripping his arm off. I'm nothing like Tony Stark. Yeah, you are, bitch. So shut up.
Oh, it's Claw.
Yeah. And he gets angry. He gets so angry. And I found that funny. This thing's a robot. It's an AI. It's not supposed to get angry. But damn, does it get emotional in this movie? And I think it comes down to more of he wants to kill his creator than anything else. So he's just going to destroy the whole world. I have no idea what that means, Fat Steven. I don't even know if I should read that. Purple Josh said he wants to wear your skin. That's some creepy ass shit, dude.
What the hell, Fat?
That's some creepy shit. There's only one clip I have on this entire thing that I can do to play that to convey. That's some creepy shit.
That is one big pile of shit.
What the hell went on when I left?
We were just talking about movies. Skull, Fat Steven. Thank you, brother.
We still got one more film, guys.
You still got
Anyway.
one more film. I liked how Wanda joined up at the end of this. I liked how I didn't like Pietro getting killed, but oh well.
Nope.
Better than Hawkeye getting killed or any of the main team. Hulk didn't get any. Hashtag Hulk, you're never going to get any. You know, hashtag Mark, you're never going to get ScarJo. So just quit acting like you ever had a chance. Ant-Man.
I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised with this one.
I enjoyed it. I really did. That was one of the comics I read, back in the day, and I thought they did a pretty good job of it, actually. I mean, of course it was changed around, but it still, it worked.
I'd agree with that.
Mhm.
I never really got into Ant-Man. He was never a character I was that interested in. But I think Paul Rudd, because he's so charismatic, he really does pull this off.
Mhm.
And it's one that I was like, it sounds interesting, but I'm not going to go see it at the cinema. And I didn't. I actually, waited until it was released, and I saw it at home. But it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, my favorite scene in the entire movie is when they're fighting on the train set.
Yeah. that big old, what is it? Something choo-choo.
Wasn't it?
I can't remember what the name of the character is on the cartoon or whatever, but he blew that thing up. That was funny.
The father-daughter thing was cute, and the comedy was fantastic. Yes,
It was sweet, yeah.
It was.
absolutely. This was a surprisingly from Disney. This was a movie that had some good single dad father scenes in it.
Yes, and I'm really glad that they went with the character Scott Lang instead of Hank Pym, because Hank Pym is a dick.
Yeah.
Hank Pym is an asshole.
M626M asked a good question, even though it's not about Ant-Man. It's fine. Did you think Cap could lift Thor's hammer? Yes.
Yes.
And I think he let go. He immediately let go once he realized he could lift it up. He was like,
Yep.
"Oh no, I can't. Oh, sorry." He knew. Yeah, he did, and he didn't want to bust Thor's ass about it. So,
I thought it was for him as well, because you could see it on his face.
yeah, he was like, oh no. Well, we're safe. Yes.
Well, I mean, and you could hear like a little clicking of like
Yeah.
the hammer like falling back down. Like so he
You could-
started to pick it up and like, oh nope, and put it back down. So he knew.
Thor was, you could tell he was very, very shocked, and
So yeah, I totally think he could pick it up, and he let it go immediately and was like, nope, I guess I can't.
Mm-hmm.
And one day, Mark, you'll get there, brother. You'll get there. I don't know what.
What to ScarJo?
Oh no, not that Mark. Mark Ruffalo. Not our Mark. Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo's never going to get there. Mark Ruffalo should get up. Not you, Mark. Not Mark Dampingly Tired. I would never. I never do that to you, brother. I'll keep dreaming, Mark. You're never going to get. No. I know. Ruffalo. Ruffalo's a douche. He's like, oh yeah. Ruffalo's a douche. I hate Ruffalo.
Ruffalo is typical Hollywood. I mean, just right down to his shorts.
Poor Mark. Pug.
Oh shit! Yeah, I wasn't talking about you, bro. I was talking about Mark Ruffalo. Yeah, I keep dreaming, Mark. You're never gonna get in that. Yeah, not you, brother. No, a man can dream. By all means, dream, brother, dream. I'm talking about that prick Ruffalo, not you. God. Mark Duchelo, yeah. Ducalo. The Ducalo. The Duchelo. The douche.
Yeah, Chris is right.
So has Guardian of the South, yes, still has a shot. Yes. You keep dreaming, Mark. One day.
Mark.
Yeah,
You can do it.
you can do it, brother. One day. You will rule that day on that day, brother.
Yeah. And you won't even have to be tased to enjoy it.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Although Black Widow is known for using a lot of tasers.
Yeah.
It's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Be careful what you wish for, Mark.
Funny how the universe aligns.
Yeah. Yes, I finally get what all of I desired. No. Yeah, we're saying there's a chance one day.
That's all he's asking for, just a chance.
Yeah, just a chance. Oh my God, no.
Wow.
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
What sick mind thought that up?
Exactly.
The same one that said that was Josh was wearing my skin. What the hell?
Just for that, you're getting the Faniskull, Pat. Skull!
Oh!
What the hell is that from?
That's
Joe
from
versus
the
yeah.
Valkyrie.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The Waponi Woo that
That's
love
right.
orange soda.
That's right. It's been a long time since I've seen that.
That's how he got the island from them.
Right.
That millionaire was he gave him a lifetime supply of orange Fanta, and they were
Yep.
like, "You can have our island."
Never existed.
Yeah, Purple's never seen Joe versus the Volcano.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
She didn't even know it existed until I think after she saw that clip, and I was like, "Yeah, Joe versus the Volcano."
So, what the heck is that from? Is it an advert? It's like, no, it's on a film. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh, Tom Hanks.
Is that John County and Candy and Brown face? Damn close.
Kind of look like him. I was thinking the same thing that when I saw that movie.
He was best friends with Tom Hanks at the time, so I wouldn't doubt it.
I miss John Candy.
That's one thing you never hear about is their friendship. They had this kick-ass friendship, him and Tom Hanks, and you know that's something you never hear Tom Hanks talk about is his friendship with John Candy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a morning. We have talked about Faves 2. We barely got into Ant-Man, but what is there to talk about in Ant-Man besides all the relationship between him and his daughter?
Mm-hmm.
It gave us the incredibly stupid FBI dude.
True.
Yeah.
But I think this film worked because they didn't go down a serious route as well with it, which they could have done.
Yes.
But because they went, for more of a comedy feel, it was much more endearing. I think that's why it was more popular.
Well, it did give you his backup gang, the ones that what's that comedian's name? One that's always backing him up in the movies. His little gang had 3 or 4 of them. Helping him out with all, in the van.
And they were planning the heist.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, his friend that kept coming up with the plans, and he had like it would do like these visions of what it will be like. And
Michael Pena's Luis. Yeah.
I love that dynamic of that. Those guys right there, they were funnier than hell.
Originally, I thought Evangeline Lilly was wrong for Hope Pym. Eventually, I was just like, you know what? I don't really care anymore. But the little girl that plays his daughter, Abby Fortson, absolutely loved her in this.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Oh, she was adorable.
Yeah.
And it's rare to find kid actors that still act naturally like children, because many directors try to direct them as tiny adults, which they're not. They're kids.
Absolutely. Michael Douglas, of course, as Ant-Man, absolutely awesome.
Yes, that was really, really good casting.
Mm-hmm.
I did like that.
They softened how much of a dick Hank Pym is, but yes.
Yes, they did.
I mean, you have to.
I can say it'd be kind of hard not to. If you direct translation, nobody would like him. He would be almost a villain.
Yes.
God, I hate that character.
Darth Maul, the other guy that was a part of that team, was also an escapee from Arkham in the Dark Knight. Yes, he was. He got camera time too. I believe that was I can never say his name. David Dastmalchian. Kurt. We'll just call him Kurt. Kurt. And of course, Randall Park is Jimmy Woo in 2. But we're not there yet.
Right.
Oh my
God. Not
God.
there yet. We're not there yet. So guys, we will be back next week. Hopefully the whole panel will be back next week. I don't know about you, Josh, but you're more than welcome to come back for phase 3.
Yeah, I should be available.
And phase 3 has a lot of junk in it. I would like to also add that this is the only phase that we've got that didn't have a repeat of a movie in it. You didn't have like Iron Man 1 and 2 or anything like that.
That's true, yeah.
Phase 1 had 2 Iron Man movies. Phase 2 had both Infinity War movies and 2 Avenger movies. So you had phase 1, 2 Iron Mans, phase 2, no repeats, and then phase 3, 2 Avengers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always think of phase 2 as they were trying to introduce as many characters as possible. That's why there weren't kind of sequels. It was as many franchises as possible to fit in this phase.
They were willing to take some chances in phase 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, they took some in phase 3 that didn't work out. Captain Marvel.
I've just realised I'm gonna have to finally watch that film if we're gonna
Nope.
talk about it.
Nope. We'll skip it. Like it never existed. I will not force anybody to watch that movie. I've only made it through 40 minutes of that movie. I can't watch any more than that. Nope.
Thank you, boss.
I've seen it. It's awful.
We'll skip Captain Marvel. We'll skip Captain Marvel next week. We're supposed to be talking about fun things and enjoyable things. This is Friday. This is the end of the week. We want to go out on a happy note.
You're not going to talk about my movie?
Oh my god.
40-year-old white dudes.
No. I think no. I don't think any phase is really. Each phase has its problems, and each phase has its really good points, and each phase has its problems.
I mean, we were talking backstage, and we said this phase 2 is basically the best of times. It was the worst of times because it has some of the best movies, but also some of the worst.
Yep.
So we're out of here, guys. Take care. Thank you for popping in. Real Review 3000. Thanks, Chris, for popping in. You guys have a great weekend. I don't think I'm going to be back on it. No, I'll be back Sunday. I'll be back Sunday on a special for Sunday. What do you guys got coming up?
I will be coming up in less than an hour, and I'm joined by Go13, and he's going to be helping me dive into the world of anime and manga, because it's a subject I don't know that much about, so I'm looking forward to it.
Good deal.
Yeah.
What about you, Project Storytime? You have something coming up on Saturday?
Yep. As always, I'll be on with Eris of Chaos. We'll be looking at a video on why The Dark Knight Rises is an excellent movie. So,
wow,
they'll be
rises, not
Dark Knight Rises.
No, wait a minute. You guys aren't saying it's the bestest movie ever.
Right. The video that we'll be covering is making that argument.
Okay. Oh, good luck. That's a 6-hour argument. That is a 6-hour argument for Eris. I can't wait. Her head's going to explode.
And I've also have started recording for a video game overview I'll be doing.
Cool. Heck yeah. Hell yeah. What game?
I'll keep that a secret, but it's from the good old days of BioWare.
Oh, cool. Hopefully it's, I think I know what it is. Hopefully, yeah. Yes. Dave Bob.
Just watch these guys. They're kick ass.
Thank you, brother. Y'all have a great weekend. Stay excellent. Be excellent to each other. Stay excellent and have a great one, y'all. We will catch you next Friday for phase 3. We'll be, of course, back Monday, but everyone have a great weekend and take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.